Wait. Someone's out there.
Is that Wanda? I should stop trying to guess what's happening because this is so far beyond anything that I could ever come up with. Hi everyone, welcome to Marvel Monday on Old Lady Reacts. I'm the old lady, otherwise known as Michelle in Minneapolis. I'm a huge movie buff who has seen pretty much everything. I even worked at a video store for a few years, but I somehow skipped over an entire genre of movies. So I created this reaction channel where I react to action and superhero movies and now TV shows that I am viewing for the first time. I began my channel watching the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe in release order, and that means that it is time for Loki. I'm expecting this show to be kind of wacky and super confusing, like time-wise. I'm seeing there's now something called the Time Variance Authority. That just sounds complicated time travel-wise, so I guess we'll see. I'm also expecting that this is going to have a very different feel from the kind of mind-bending madness and sadness of WandaVision and like the down-to-earth pseudo-patriotic realism that we got out of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't know that I'm a big fan of Loki as a character. Like, I know some MCU people are huge fans. They like name their dogs after him and everything. I think he's funny, but I don't know that I have any feelings beyond that. But that's kind of how I felt about Sam and Bucky too, and that changed by watching their show. So let's see if the same thing happens here. And right before we get started, please support my channel by subscribing so you can find me easily and watch more of my videos, which I would so much like. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the bell button to be notified when I post the next episodes. So let's dive into the first 2 episodes of Loki. So this one's called Glorious Purpose.
Way down to coordinate search and rescue.
Oh, movies. Oh, I remember this. So many stairs. Okay, that part I remember. And I was just gonna say, where are we? Does he still have his handcuffs on and his little mouth thing? That came off rather easily.
On behalf of the Time Variance Authority, I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
Oh, the timeline is sacred, is it?
Now get out of my way.
Oh.
Can you at least tell me what it is?
No.
It's the Tesseract. Be very careful with it.
Sounds dumb.
Sounds dumb. Everything looks very retro, like 60s in this world.
Absolutely not. This is fine Asgardian leather.
Oh. Whoops. Oh, kitty.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
Why would you do that?
Sign this too.
Oh, this is absurd.
There's another one now.
What if I was a robot and I didn't know it?
The machine would melt you from the inside out. Please move along.
Yeah, so it's just, go ahead. That's his.
What's that?
Your temporal aura.
What's that?
I thought it was going to be a picture, like a past picture, like in Squid Game.
So let's not waste another minute. Settle in, sharpen your pencils, and check this out.
What is this?
Whatever it was, stepping off your path created a Nexus event, which left unchecked could branch off into madness.
But isn't that what all the Avengers did too? Like, shouldn't they have been put in there too?
Have your ticket, and you'll be seen by the next available attendant. For all time. Always.
Okay. Interesting opening credits there. What does it mean? Oh, I've been there. Not in 1549, though. It was more like 2000 or something. Why does he have blue teeth?
Oh, believe me, you can smell the cologne of two Tony Starks. You speak of time.
You can smell the cologne of two Tony Starks.
Guilty of this.
I don't think he has any powers there, maybe.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
I'll show you where my desk is. You can start there.
This place is a nightmare.
That's another department. Now that department I'll help you burn down.
How have I never heard of you until now?
Because you've never needed to. You've always lived within your set path.
I live within whatever path I choose.
Sure you
do. Like myself.
No particularly dangerous variants. You're just a little pussycat. This is big. Be a nice feather in your cap. Loki, the king of space.
King of space.
For nearly every living thing, choice breeds shame and uncertainty and regret.
You said nearly every living thing, so I'm guessing you don't fall into that category.
I'm starting to see a theme here.
It's funny, for someone born to rule, you sure do lose a lot.
Good point. Cold
The
foam.
Avengers.
See you again someday. Brother, Heimdall, you better be ready.
Weird.
What makes Loki tick?
I know what this place is.
What is it?
It's an illusion.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is any of this like actually happening, or is this like a whole like WandaVision thing?
What is this? This is nonsense. More tricks. It's never even happened.
Not to you. Not yet.
This is absurd.
Then am I not your mother?
Isn't she dead already? No, what movie does that happen in?
Sorry, the time twister just loops you, not the furniture.
So if you take the thing on his suit and you turn it upside down, it looks like it says VAL, which is Val, the Valentina, the Contessa. Maybe there's a connection. I don't know. Where'd he go? Mischievous scamp.
Give me the Tesseract or I'll gut you like a fish, Casey.
What's a fish?
What's a fish? What else is in there? What?
Infinity Stones?
How are there so many?
We actually got a lot of those. Yeah, some of the guys use them as paperweights.
What?
Some of them.
Because the green ones are time stones, right? Okay, that takes things in a whole new direction. I've been watching Only Murders in the Building, so I really wanted to say that takes our investigation in a whole new direction. Oh, uh-oh. He's got a little stain on his shirt from the pens. So when does that happen in? What movie does that happen in? Ragnarok? No, Ragnarok's before Endgame, right? Oh, that's right. Okay, at the beginning of Endgame. Or Infinity War, I can't remember. Okay, I remember. I should have rewatched Endgame before all of this. Uh-oh, where did he just send her?
It! Stop it!
It's very Doctor Strange with that one. When he does that to that guy over and over and over again to try and get him to change the timeline. I'm very confused.
A cruel, elaborate trick conjured by the weak to inspire fear.
The desperate play for control.
You do know yourself.
The variant we're hunting is you.
Oh. What?
Beg your pardon?
Salina, Oklahoma. So did he go back twice? Like, what the heck? What is that?
Wait. Someone's out there.
Is that Wanda? I should stop trying to guess what's happening because this is so far beyond anything that I could ever come up with. Oh, now he's got one of those things. I'm so confused. So this is episode 2, The Variant.
Fugitive variant's been killing our Minutemen. And you
Minutemen. It's interesting that that's green. Usually it's red. I love Renfest. It's so much fun.
Let's move. Some of us need this. You know.
Some of us need this. Oh, this song! I love this song! Oh my god. Oh, he's like taking over them. So is he from a later segment of this show going back, like in the past episode of this show? Is this he's gonna go back and do all of this stuff? Oh God. Like I said, I gotta stop trying to figure it out.
A lot of these guys, almost more than any other variant. And no two are alike. Slight differences in appearances, or not so slight.
How many of them are there?
Entails recreating an exact facsimile of one's own body in its present circumstance, which acts as a true holographic mirror of its molecular structure. But you already knew that.
Yeah. So he does have something to contribute to this process.
Exactly what the variant wants you to do. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Something playing a theremin?
Those rings are already there.
And they're all from you.
It's from your other favorite analyst.
Yeah, use a coaster, you cretin.
And this is the last chance you're gonna get with this Loki.
Great, that's all I'm gonna need.
With this Loki. So there may be yet another Loki.
I don't remember this. This must be from that.
Franklin D. Roosevelt High School. Whose high school is that? Is that Peter Parker's high school?
You see, half the fun of being a trickster is knowing everyone knows you're a trickster, and then many of your tricks can come from exploiting the fact that you know that they know. You know.
Okay, just
They don't know that we know they know we know. Ooh, what is that? That's cool looking. Oh my gosh. It's like one of those Embassy Suites hotels with the glass elevators in the lobby. The central courtyard. Courtyard suites, I think they're called. She doesn't look like someone who's going to be susceptible to his charm. See, look at that says Val. That says Val. Oh. Did he know that Asgard got destroyed?
What are you doing?
Your salad is Asgard.
No,
in this scenario.
it's not Asgard. That's
it's
my
a metaphor.
lunch.
Just hang.
Don't destroy my lunch, please.
Excuse me.
Oh God.
You. Nice to see you. I just need this for a second.
Took his juice box. Don't take his juice box.
If everything and everyone around you is destined for imminent destruction, then nothing that I say or do will matter. Because the timeline's not going to branch. Because it gets destroyed.
But it could branch off before it gets destroyed. And then you'd have to like go and destroy. Like that one might not get destroyed, right?
That's such a boring form of betrayal.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
Okay. Okay, look. You don't trust me, you can trust one thing. I love to be right.
That is a good point.
Right on cue! Enjoy your last meal while you can. Nothing matters!
Nothing matters.
That magazine.
Yeah, the one on jet skis.
Yes. Why'd you have that?
Because they're awesome.
There are no lakes where they are.
TVA agent showing up on a jet ski on the sacred timeline, that would create a branch for sure.
It'll be fun, though.
Yeah.
There's totally going to be a scene with him on a jet ski by the time this show is done.
My own glorious purpose. Because the TVA is my life. And it's real because I believe it's real.
So is that all about religion, basically? Sounds like it is to me.
How does it all end?
That's a work in progress.
Oh, those lazy timekeepers. What are they waiting for?
Yeah.
Only order. No chaos. It sounds boring.
I'm sure it does to you.
Yeah, it kind of does sound boring.
But no one bad is ever truly bad. And no one good is ever truly good.
Scared little boy.
Yes, it was quite patronizing. I think it was a bit too far, actually.
As I say, that there's something about that little boy in the beginning that they wouldn't have.
Very clever.
I know.
Kablooey.
What's that?
Candy.
Kablooey gum. Is it
Candy
gum?
on Asgard?
Yeah. Grapes, nuts.
No wonder you're so bitter.
Yeah. No bottle caps.
There's not much I can do if it doesn't work out.
For all time.
So are the lapels on his jacket like reversed? Are they like the fabric that's the thing is cut out of the lapel rather than folded over?
Say that. One step at a time. Just in case.
Absolutely not.
She ain't allowing that.
So, I will.
Why is it the people you can't trust are always saying, trust me?
Good point.
In this storm.
It's a hurricane sale. His alias are half off.
Could that be you?
Somehow I don't think so.
Is he dead?
No, they usually survive.
Usually?
So, you're the fool the TVA brought in to hunt me down.
Oh,
Me, I
yeah.
Please. If anyone's anyone, you're me.
Fighting with a vacuum cleaner. So what happens if he sets off a bunch of those all at the same time? Who's that? Oh, okay, so do we get to see like who it actually is? Is it actually him or?
This isn't about you.
Who's that? We've never seen her before, have we? So yeah, he's gonna set all of this off at the same time. How is it gonna like fracture? Oh, he's got tons of them too. Oh my, okay. She, I should say, I guess. Where are they going? All very, oh my, oh, making all the different timelines. Because one of those things said Asgard, so it's going to every apocalyptic event. Okay, so I think it made me think that was a time knife that she grabbed, but that's not in this one. That's in The Good Place. Talk about the time knife. Why does she only have one horn? Does he just like not know what to do? Are you gonna follow her? Follow her, you gotta follow her. Yeah, go on. I think maybe she wants him to follow her. Okay. Oh man. Okay, that was pretty trippy. I feel like this reaction is going to be like 10 minutes long because I feel like I hardly said anything. There was so much dialogue and it was so confusing and I was just trying to pay attention. Although I do think I understand the overall of what's happening. Like I will say that. I don't feel as confused as I did after watching the first 2 episodes of WandaVision, for example. Like I understand this show in a way that it makes sense in my head, but I definitely couldn't explain it to anyone else, like not if my life depended on it. So, but I'm liking the style of it. It's got that kind of retro futurism of what they thought the future was going to look like in the 50s and 60s. It's kind of like watching the Jetsons, but darker. It's also filmed with this kind of blurry color wash over it. It's very, in moments, it's very orange, which we don't really see a lot of. It's very interesting visually. I am enjoying it so far, though. Story-wise, the philosophy of it is engaging. Those like big questions of destiny versus free will, the gray area between good and evil. And I'm kind of glad it's going into the whole multiple timelines idea in more detail before we get to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because that movie sounds just very confusing. Like, it kind of does make me want to go back and watch The Good Place, though, because that philosophy and kind of deep thought experiments about time and good and evil and all that, they're all over that place in that show, especially in the later seasons. I'm liking Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. Their banter back and forth is really fun. I was certainly not expecting that Owen Wilson would be joining the MCU, though, because that's kind of cool. There seem to be a lot of fun additions of like established actors to the cast in these later shows and movies. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Catherine Hahn, etc., etc. Like, I'm really enjoying seeing them pop up. Overall, I'm definitely intrigued and I want to watch more. So yeah, that's what you want from a TV series, isn't it? Although I do hope they don't make Loki too sympathetic by like showing us his guilt and his backstory and all that. I kind of like that Loki, for the most part, is pretty much an asshole and he will mess things up. Like, he's a good foil to Thor in that. And I'd hate to lose that like interchange between the two of them, because they thought that's, we need to feel for him because of his guilt and his what he's trying to do, or he does the right thing when it matters kind of thing. Like, no, let's not do that. But I guess we'll see next week, because the middle episodes seem to be where things like really go nuts and kind of off the rails in these shows so far. So yeah, cool. I'm excited. I'm liking this. So yeah, thanks so much for watching my reaction. Please take a moment to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button and the bell button to be notified when I post the next episodes. I appreciate all your comments and recommendations and arguments and corrections when I screw up the facts, and I love when you guys start arguing with each other in the comments. That's super fun. Thanks for watching with me.